Did you hear it? Recording in
Yes,
progress? Okay.
of course.
Hello, Marius!
Hi.
It's a great happiness to meet you. I just speak quickly for my friends or colleagues or somebody who will have a look at my YouTube.
Yeah.
Extremely thankful and happy to connect with Cyprus. You will tell us exactly where you are. I'm in Potsdam. I'm in a hotel room. I will play a classical opera this evening with Hermann Max Ensemble. And we played Schloss Theater. Do you still speak German? A little bit?
Yeah, Schloss, okay, castle, yes, of course.
Dear friends, I met Marius in my studying time in Cologne, and we have shared a lot of orchestra projects together. And I'm very happy to have this opportunity for this project. Marius, welcome to the Digital Reconnection series.
Thank you very much.
You're my contact number 8, and it's a small try for a little bit of retrospective of my being as a musician, especially from the time from Cologne, but even from before. But because this is a project for one of my German stipendiates as a financial help, I try to concentrate more on the Cologne period.
Yeah.
So, Marius, where are you now?
Yeah.
Okay, there is the sound problem. Yeah.
Okay.
It's when you're away from Cologne.
Yes.
And where are you now? And what are you doing? And what do you remember from Cologne? What do you remember from me?
Yes, I remember your smile. First of all, it was this. So yeah, after Cologne, let's start and go backwards. After Cologne, I mean, right now I'm in Cyprus. I live in Limassol. It's the second biggest town of Cyprus. And I am a principal timpanist with the Cyprus Symphony Orchestra, which is basically the national orchestra of Cyprus, which is based in Nicosia. That means I have to drive every day 1.5 hours there, yes, and back. And each program that we prepare, we make a touring around Cyprus. That means we do 3 concerts, 5 sometimes, 2 sometimes. So tonight we have the last concert of a series that was lasting this one week, last week. And otherwise, yes, after Cologne, I finished studies and I went to Greece, to Athens, where I used to stay there and work like Aushilfe, extra musician, with the state orchestra there, with the radio orchestra, really with every single orchestra in Athens, basically. At some point, this was not enough because it's, you know, how you wait for the telephone to ring and then you don't know when is the next one and when you get paid. Yeah. Then started in Cyprus a program in a private university where I got a small job in the beginning. And I basically came back to Cyprus in 2010 for good, let's say. In 2015, I got this job in the orchestra after the audition that was announced. And since then, I have this normal job. Besides with teaching in music gymnasium and in private Hochschule, as well as in the Youth Orchestra of Cyprus Academy. Yeah, the Orchestra of Cyprus has also, the foundation has also a youth orchestra, and my students play in this orchestra, and I also prepare people to get to this program.
Okay.
So
but where is this with the youth orchestra? Is this also in...
This is in Nicosia. They rehearse every Saturday morning, but I am not doing right now the ensemble things or the orchestra preparation, but the private lessons of the members of this orchestra.
So the people, if they want to find you for lessons, how they can find you? Where is your main workspace? How they can find you? Except to Facebook.
Yes, Facebook is it's the easiest. No, I mean somebody can apply to the Orchestra of Cyprus, to the
Orchestra of
website.
Cyprus. Yeah.
Yes, and then they can get my contact numbers.
Yeah.
But it depends also all the time in which level is the child and what he wants to do. If he wants to do private lessons or in a music state music gymnasium or in an academic level.
So it's mean you work in a very different level. Tell us about your students. You work with schools, but also with students, different.
Yeah. The thing is that in the beginning was no tradition for classical music generally in Cyprus, and especially classical percussion. I was the second educated percussionist, let's say. And then I had the luck to have very good students, which apparently now study abroad. Also in Cologne, I have a student who is now studying there with
your
my
professor,
teacher.
with the same. Okay.
Yeah. So I had I came for Mr. Kaskel, was the older professor. Then he stopped teaching and they got another professor. So my student has Mr. Tasha, who is a Nachfolger.
Nachfolger. Yes.
Okay.
Where are you exactly? Are you in your private studio or you're in the academy? I see a lot of instruments. Would you play just one beat, just that we check the sound? No.
No, these are my old timpanists, which are stored now at my mother's place because I renovate a studio, and I have behind this paravan is everything, but it's not ready to play. I hope we have the chance again when I have the studio ready. Then
of course. That's why I ask you, because my son is also playing and learning percussion, and I know the problems. His father is also a percussion. I know the problems to store.
Okay.
How many instruments you have? Like, how big place you need for your instrument?
My place will be now 100 square meters. Because I am also a fan of buying old instruments. I prefer.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. You need the new instruments, the new technologies, the new sound. But sometimes, especially for skin instruments like timpani or snare drum, I'm fan of older. But I am a special case because also another thing, there were no instruments in Cyprus, so I'm the first one who brought first marimba in Cyprus, and then I bought a set of timpani and then a vibraphone, and then those were not so good. Then I buy again everything. So I have 3 times the same things, and but it's useful also because sometimes I can borrow to my students. And I'm happy that I create this kind of school, which is not only giving lessons but corporate and make a small ensemble, which is called Cyprus Percussion Ensemble. And yes, as I said, some students are already abroad. One is in Cologne, another one she's in Detmold, another one she's in Poland. And I also
congratulations.
Thank you. And I also have the real students, let's say, that go to the Cyprus school in Nicosia. Also good. Yeah, but the aim actually is to go also abroad after.
Yes.
Like the one I sent, let's say, or she succeeded to go for master degree in Gdansk in Poland, where she studied with a very famous marimba player. This is the news, more or less.
Yes. I remember from Cologne time that we met with you also playing new music projects. I don't remember exactly which was the conductor, but I mean we even met with Peter Utvush for one project and John Cage in one of the very old church. I don't remember, but maybe you just now say what is the meaning for you now the studying in Cologne?
Yeah. I went to Cologne especially for the teacher, not for the city or for the country or even for the school. I went for the specific teacher, Professor Kaskel, who was the very famous percussionist of the 60s, 70s, who played the premieres of that time new pieces by Stockhausen, Helmut
Exactly.
Lachenmann.
There was please the year that you came, just that we have a little bit orientation for the timing.
I entered the school in 99, but I came 97 there, and I got private lessons in the beginning.
Okay. Okay. So that's why we met exactly, because I came also 97. Yeah.
Yeah, but yes. And I remember with you playing in the orchestra
Symphony.
of the school, also the new music projects with Peter Edwards. If I remember well, was a concert dedicated to the 75 years that time of Pierre Boulez. I don't know if this one.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, yeah. Exactly. Also this one.
And together we play also outside. I remember in the church. It was a very snow place. A lot of snow. Once we travel also with the S-Bahn somewhere.
Yeah, very far away. Yeah.
This I remember very good because it was this special occasion of snowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, except of playing, what else? I remember also rollerblading.
Exactly, rollerblading, and a lot of jazz concert. I remember that we have went a lot to Loft together.
Loft and Ehrenfeld, yeah.
Yeah, all these people, Garrett Lube, which is now professor in Essen for viola.
I know he has a Cypriot guy as a student, and we were speaking a lot about studies, blah blah blah. But then I didn't know who is the teacher, and then when I asked, he said Gareth, and I said, wait, just a moment, which Gareth? The one who sings different voices? Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the overtone, yeah, singing, yeah, and also Hayden Chisholm. And and all these people around, of course. Yeah, I'm sharing and telling you many greetings from Gudrun Hardardottir. I had her yesterday on the line from Iceland, and she say many special warm greetings to you. Nadine Atiga, she's in Stuttgart. She just she just tried to transform from orchestra playing to chamber music and being more with her family. And my sister, the cello player Linda, she sent you also. Yeah.
Of course.
And did you keep any contact with Stockhausen? Could you there was a Paulo Alvarez, the Brazilian guy for the new music in Cologne. Did you keep any contact with somebody from the experimental new music since you're not there?
No. Since I'm not there, I had something to do with Ensemble Modern.
Very nice.
Because I went to Schwarz. There is the Ensemble Modern Academy. It was for 12 days a course in Tyrol, in Austria. And there was guest professor Helmut Lachenmann. This was very nice experience. But otherwise, I have been to Cologne once more in 2012, I think, and I got private lessons from my old professor, especially for a piece by Stockhausen written for him in the late 50s. And I have some contact with people from Germany because of the let's say in 2009 on the island of Paxos in Greece, there was a chamber music academy and festival created by Ensemble Modern. And from these courses, a new ensemble in Athens was created, where I'm also a member, and I travel from time to time, and we play there only new music, especially the very latest of the 21st century. And this is my contact with, let's say, German-speaking people. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And just because I try to make the retrospective also in not only on a professional level, but what do you remember from our private contact from Germany? I remember a lot of different parties everywhere at Gudrun Place, and what I find very impressive that we were always hearing some music, speaking some music, and Gudrun just arrived from Björk World Tour. And
yes.
What do you remember from this time? Like what gives you the private time in Cologne?
Yeah, I remember not many. We met, of course, from time to time, and I remember the party at Gudrun's place, very nice. And I remember going out, but at the same time, it was always something to do with music, even live music or speaking about music. And this is actually the most important of going abroad and meet different people from different nationalities. I have to say, Greeks, Cypriots, Bulgarian people are there are many similarities, many ways to communicate, I think, in a better way than with some other maybe people who have a totally different background. You are Balkan, from Bulgaria. Greece is also, Cyprus is connected to Greece. I feel you and Linda really like my family because we are very close. And at the same time, you have also different background, and I could earn things from you. Maybe you could also get something from people like me. And this was also always I think for me was also the big advantage of being abroad. Now I cannot hear you very well.
Okay, yeah, now
I can hear. Now.
Mm-hmm. Wow, yeah, this is also something that also it's following in my professional life now in Cologne, because I got my son there, and now I'm really working. But every time when I go around the Hochschule, it's this warm feeling inside that it was have been a lot of intention and a lot of exchange between us, and I liked it very much. That's why it was important for me to connect with people that are more far. And this is my next question for you, because your brother stay abroad. He's very, very active as a composer. And it's not the point that we speak about him, but it's just this a relation. How do you feel like being in Cyprus and doing something there, and seeing your brother how he grows in the West, and like what is for you the meaning of this?
I think at some point you have to make some choices. About job, about life, about where to live. I couldn't stand anymore live there, although I feel it very zu Hause for me, Cologne. I know each corner, each street. Even yesterday night we have a concert. Today, and there were some foreign people. I heard them speaking German, and I went to them after the concert. Apparently, one woman came from Cologne. She is now resident of Cyprus, but she originally comes from Cologne. And she said, "Where did you study?" I said, "Hochschule für Musik." And I also then complete Dagobertstraße. This is correct, I think. Yes, 38 or something. Yes. So I know this country. I know this town, especially Cologne. Yes, I know very well. My brother chose to stay there. It's also for him better. I mean, I'm not so useful there. I'm more useful here. I have my contacts. I go from time to time to Germany, abroad. I play. And then it's matter of some other things also, which can make you take some decisions. For me, the weather is important. Reason. The thing that here I could build something from the beginning. What I didn't have before, I can offer it to my students. And I also get things from them. And all these magical things are happening. And but always there is a chance to exchange ideas with people who are abroad. And my brother lately was in Cyprus because I play his concerto for percussion and orchestra. Yes.
Wow.
And of course, it's even better if you do if you are not all the time stuck with one another, but you have the chance to meet and really have the lust to speak about the real thing, which for us is music.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm very happy to hear that you feel so useful, because I remember in our studying time and the studying period, we were searching so much where and how and what is important for us. And since we have the contacts, thank the internet and phones, I feel that you're very stable in your function in Cyprus at the moment. It's made me very, very happy. But where just this, for example, for the people who would be interested now, because I'm sure we will have some project together. I don't know, maybe something in Bulgaria because it's closer, or some piece that your brother may compose and we can play together. Did you record the piece from your brother, and where the people can hear? Do you have active YouTube channel or?
Yeah, has been recorded. Only the orchestra makes an official recording. I also had the license to make a recording, not so official. And so at some point it needs editing, because I have to take the picture from my camera with a good sound of the recording. So I'm in the process now. I wait to get the sound so that I can mix it, edit it with the picture. And more or less everything I do, I record it. Maybe not always in the best quality, because another thing is that sound engineers here are not specialized in classical music or in, let's say, classical instruments. So we experiment the whole time. This is another thing that I have in mind. If I would be in Germany, would be no problem. Many technicians, everything ready. Here is another, again, all the time, and another thing in your mind before a concert, if the microphones are correct, if the volume is correct. Okay. So there are good things and less good things, but I combine in order to have a balanced life. Yes.
Great. Before we go slowly to the final, please, I remember a few months ago when we had the contact, when I had this first idea and we had some chat, you impressed me by the way of motivation for your students. Do you remember? I think this will be funny for another people to hear it. Do you remember? Because I was following you, the playing. I was following the performances, and then I asked you on the chat, but how do you motivate them to play so much online? And I saw a lot of performances on Facebook, and I liked it very much. And I could see the children they were younger children, they were not so late students. And then I asked you, and you told me a very funny story. Would you share it with us again?
The thing is that every kid likes the technology, likes Facebook and everything, Instagram. And at some point I had the idea, if I make a short video of them and post it and ask them play well, practice, because it's going to be posted and you get more views and more likes and everything. So once we started this, everybody wanted. In the beginning they were shy, but then when they really saw, and you know what, the last one I put as a story on my Facebook, it is a girl and a boy playing an exercise on the table, and the next day, and the story lasts 24 hours. Exactly after, I got a message from the boy. Okay, how many views we had? Because the story I can only see. Yes.
I lost your video. Are you there? Okay, you're out, but anyway, Thank you very much. I lost you. Okay. Vielen Dank für alle, die sich das angeschaut haben. Ich muss schauen, was passiert jetzt.